Landscape? Oh, sideways.
Welcome to a different way to open the show tonight. So you can see my guest this evening, Christopher Lovejoy. Welcome to my show. Are you doing
Yeah,
well today?
I'm doing good. I'm blessed. I'm just chilling. I'm going to the gym. Uh, I thought the time difference was a little different. I thought we were going at 1 p.m. and it's 10 a.m. So I
Ah,
just got to put everything on hold for a minute. So I got you. We
my
good.
apologies for that, by the way, because I thought I thought you might. Because I meant 1 p.m. Eastern, so I sincerely apologize for that because I
So it's
assumed
all good.
you were available at this time, so I apologize. But you do okay. We got you. I'm glad you're doing very well. Are you in Las Vegas right now, or are you somewhere else on the West Coast?
I'm in Los Angeles, California.
Oh, nice, nice. That's good to
Yeah.
hear. I'm glad. I'm glad the weather is doing well. That I can see you driving there. Um, yeah, this is a different location for once. Let's get into it. Of course, you are a great boxer. You know, you're 20-0.
19
20.
and 0. I'm 19 and 0, 19 knockouts. When I was going to beat Dave Allen, I switched my record ahead of the fight, but we didn't fight, so I just left
Fair,
it up there.
fair
I'm still
enough.
19 and 0 right now.
Fair enough. But that's still a very good record though. 19-0. 19 wins, no knockout, no knockout, of course. But I mean, speaking of that though, any news on that? Are we going to have you guys fight anytime soon?
Well, as far as Dave Allen's concerned, I believe he's retired. Um, for his best interest and his safety and his health, for whatever reason he retired. I hope he made the right decision. Us as all the boxing world, would like him to come back, but if that's not going to happen, we're going to move on. I spoke with Eddie this week. We're looking good. He's lined something up for me. I just got my release, so I'm good to fight anybody, anytime, any place, anywhere again. And we're just looking for the right opponent, man. We're shopping around right now. It's a lot of
So,
heavyweights out there.
so when you are looking and scouting for your next victim, as I'm going to say here, what do you choose by then? Do you choose off their height or how many knockouts or victories they've had? And how do you guys choose your opponents?
Well, my situation is different. See, I don't have a promoter, so I'm doing everything on my own. It's really about who wants to fight me and who's able to fight me, and let's make it happen. Because I don't turn down any fights, anytime, any situation, or whatever. I'm just here to fight. So
Yeah,
when I say choose the fight, look for opponent. I'm looking for someone that's a realistic call out, someone who can realistically take this fight, and who realistically should take this fight and ever make the fight. So I don't have any promotional restrictions and network restrictions. I can fight anybody, but I can't just say Tyson Fury, let's fight. Because I'm not the fight that he really wants and he's probably going to have. So I want to, find someone who's a little lower level, who hasn't probably fought in a few months, who's ready to fight, or someone who is a high level who probably needs a tune-up. And that's what I'm looking for. That perfect fit, so I can fight. Because everybody don't want to just fight me, and for whatever reason. And another thing I want to throw in, it's just too many undefeated heavyweights. It shouldn't be like that. It's like 30, 40 undefeated heavyweights. And we got to do something to fix that. Not that there's nothing wrong with that, but undefeated needs to fight undefeated. The best need to fight the best. It shouldn't be this many undefeated heavyweights. That means that everyone's the best. Everyone's undefeated. Everyone's can't be beat. So I'm willing to put my undefeated record up against someone undefeated. Maybe the boys, Joe Joyce, winner. Maybe Philip Hergovic. The Zane,
yeah.
MatchRoom. Any of these guys who are undefeated, let's go undefeated versus undefeated. It shouldn't be all these undefeated heavyweights. There's too many. You know,
Yeah,
someone's not fighting the right fights for everyone to be undefeated.
yeah, I get you, and it'd be a good matchup whoever you decide to pick for your next opponent, of course. And if you do
Right.
decide to go that route and choose somebody else who's also undefeated, it'd be a very good matchup, and it'd be very interesting to see who will come out on top. Because I'm sure
Right.
you will say that you will come out on top. You're more confident, more passionate, and even you will find ways to find their weaknesses, because I'm sure you do a lot of tapings as well of how they box in the ring and find out their their downsides of things as well. I bet.
Right. See, I have the advantage. See, me and Eddie Hearn, we're the only ones who got my film. No one has my film. So unless he decides to show one of the guys that want to fight my film, they don't have too much to work with. They can just go by me doing interviews and talking a lot of stuff, and maybe a few mitts here. There's no real film on me, so they don't really know what's coming at them. And that's my advantage, And I'm gonna keep it like that until I get a real fight, which I'm heading for right now.
Good to hear. And I want to know as well then, what is your relationship then with Eddie Hearn? Do you are you tight with Eddie Hearn, as they say on the streets? And can you give us a time frame of when your next fight might be?
Well, by me just getting my release, I don't think I'm going to be on the Joshua Pulev undercard. That's what I was aiming for. He's pretty much filling that card up. Obviously, I'll be in rotation for a backup for someone if someone was to catch a COVID or an injury or pull out for whatever reason. I'll be on standby. But that's that I was going for. So as of right now, I'm looking to be like a January, February edition to one of the big shows. And I'm gonna just focus on that and just get ready right now. So I got a few months ahead of time. So when they call me a week or two in advance, I'll already be ready. It won't be late notice. I'm starting camp now.
Fair enough. Start early means you're way prepared to know. Means you're able to come in at the right time if somebody else has to pull out. This is quite good. And when you prepare for your fights as well, then what is your diet and what do you usually focus on?
Well, I started my camp a couple of days ago. I'm back on my blueberries and push-ups for breakfast. Every morning I'm doing, 300 to 500 push-ups, and I'm eating 2 big old things of blueberries. That's my breakfast, push-ups and blueberries. And then I go do my weight conditioning training, whether it's some other kind of calisthenics or weights or something like that, and then I do my boxing workout. That takes a couple hours, and that's where I'm going right now, to the boxing gym. I'm being trained right now by ex-heavyweight, and current heavyweight coach Henry Tillman. So that's what's going to be for me in this camp, my next fight.
Nice. Now, of course, this came out a year ago, this article, didn't it? When Tyson Fury, you mentioned before, spoke to Talk Sports, and he mentioned how you two had an altercation, and you guys told different sides of stories of what really went down when you guys met up. But, I mean, how close are we to having this dream match between yourself and Tyson Fury? Because I would love to see you knock out Tyson Fury. It'd be quite interesting. The Gypsy King getting knocked out, maybe in his home back garden of Morecambe.
Well, this is my thing with him. He knows me very well. I've always given him the benefit of the doubt. I've always shown him love, respect. I'm a big fan of his before I ever started boxing. He invited me to his camp. I got some great experience, some vital experience in my boxing career. I'm very grateful for that. And we sparred and we worked and we got some good work in. And the only thing after all that stuff, good stuff I just said about him, is that he made a statement and he lied, which is the interview I believe you're talking about, and said something about him slipping and knocking me out one punch or something like that.
That's right.
And it's just completely not true. We went rounds and we got good work. And, he knows the details, and the other 13 or 14 people who were in the sparring session know the details. You know what I'm saying? It's just funny that he's the only person to say something like that. It's just crazy. I don't know why he would do that. I still don't know why. So when I come back, I'm going to Manchester, and we're going to have a little talk. I just want to know why you say that. You know what I'm saying? But that's crazy.
Well, we can't wait. We can't wait to see you in Manchester. Of course, the best city in the world. Better than LA, by the way. Sorry for that, but Manchester is the best place to be. And I can't wait to see you in Manchester to see what will be next in this story between you and Tyson Fury, because it's like it's like tension. We love tension, and they can use it in the hype video between yours and Tyson Fury's match. So hopefully he'll be man enough to accept a match against you, because I think we all know that you probably will beat him, probably, and that's probably why he doesn't want to face you.
I'm going to beat him, man. I'm gonna prove a statement. I believe if he was to make this fight happen, if he was to accept my challenge, I would shock the world. This would be one of the biggest upsets, since Mike Tyson, Buster Douglas.
Yeah, yeah.
And I guarantee a victory. But like I said, we'll see. I think he'll be fighting next spring. I don't know if he's going to fight Wilder or he's going to have a tune-up, but I'll definitely be a candidate for that tune-up fight.
Nice.
Let's just see where it goes. Let's see where I'm at. Let's see where he's at.
Yeah.
And as long as he's not fighting me, I'm always rooting for him. I picked him over Wilder, both fights.
Really?
So we'll see.
Really? No. Interesting. Okay. I didn't know that. I think I might have gone with Wilder. But we obviously, of course, he was meant to fight Wilder, wasn't he? But it got called off, didn't it? So we're going to see what happens next between those two. I know he wants to fight Anthony Joshua as well, doesn't he? Have that dream fight, the undisputed British belts in history. Do you think that will happen? And do you think Tyson will win that? If that happens?
Man, you know what? I can't really say who will win because I never really sparred with Joshua.
Mm-hmm.
I was supposed to come back out there and get some sparring in for this camp, but I think things were on lockdown and I wasn't able to come back. I like AJ. I believe AJ will be the favorite, but I've been actually hands-on with Tyson Fury, and he's the best in my eyes as far as what I can actually judge from, other than seeing, highlights and seeing stuff on the big screen. Not taking nothing away from AJ. I believe he's the best right now. Actually, I think they're like tied at number one for the best in the world, but I got to give the edge to Fury just based on I know what type of beast I am, and he was able to hang rounds with me, and a lot of heavyweights don't do that, so I'm going to give a slight edge to Fury, but, it's heavyweight boxing, and like I said, it's 50-50 to me.
Yeah, I agree there, and hopefully one day you get to spar or even have a fight with Anthony Joshua, because I think he's a tough guy, and I think he would easily win over Tyson Fury. That's my opinion. I'm not hating on Tyson Fury, by the way, on this interview. If I'm saying it, I'm disagreeing with Tyson Fury. I'm not disagreeing with Tyson Fury. I'm just saying that Anthony Joshua, I think, will have a better fight and a better chance of winning. That's my opinion, of course. But if that happens, we'll wait and see. Let's talk about this. Now, I know you're meant to be fighting as well against Trevor Bryant, aren't you? Is that still happening? Yes?
No, that fight's not going to happen. That fight fell off. We were supposed to fight numerous occasions over the last couple of years. And that was only based on my relationship with Don King.
Yeah.
And that's his fighter. And Don King had me as his other fighter. And we were going to do undefeated for the interim WBA championship. Things didn't work out. So I parted my ways with Don King Productions. And so that fight's between me and him. I mean, I've accepted it 3 times over the last couple of years. If they send me a contract and say, let's do it, I'm going to do it. Like I've always accepted it.
Oh, yeah.
But the fight just never happened for whatever reason. So I don't think it's going to happen, but, if we can reapproach that anytime. And I actually told Don King that yesterday. I said, if you do that, he said, well, he got something for me in this date in January. I said, well, that's fine. If you do, you know the routine. Send a deposit.
Yes, indeed. Send the deposit and let's get it on.
I'm the king of the deposit. So you're serious in deposit. So I know you're serious. Let's go.
What has been some of your favorite moments in your time in boxing? Then have you got any particular moments that stand out to you so far?
Just meeting all the professional boxers, man. Like, me coming in with no boxing experience, no boxing history, no amateur fights, and, just a fan of the sport and just wanted to be a professional boxer. Me coming in, just meeting all the top people in boxing, like all the professional athletes, all the managers and all the big promoters and the big fighters, that was a lot for me, and then eventually growing into being someone that people want to meet, and people want to come see and get autographed by, so that's the best thing, just actually realizing I'm a professional boxer now.
Yeah, and on that as well, I want to know then how did you become a professional boxer then as well? Like, Was it by meeting these great professional boxers? Did they recommend you to go to some great school which they went to, or how did it all start for you?
Well, I got a late start. I didn't put on lace up my first boxing glove until I was 32 years old. I had no amateur fights or anything. So, I'm a late bloomer. You know what I'm saying? I just kind of like got into this thing. Like basically I saw some guys on TV making money, a lot of money, and I didn't see that the skill level, the boxing skill was there. And I didn't see that their bodies were all the way in shape. So I figured that I can get in shape and I can get to that skill level. This was some time and some patience, some dedication. And I went all in, man. I said, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna walk away from everything. I'm gonna give myself a shot. You know what I mean? And here I am. I'm 19-0, and I'm just 1 or 2 fights away from a world championship.
There you go. Only 1 or 2 fights away from a world championship, and only hopefully 1 fight away from saying 20-0 with
Right.
20 wins in his professional career. Would be great for you as well, because I'm sure
I'll
whoever.
definitely be 20-0.
There you go. He would definitely be 20-0, but the question will be, who will be the fallen victim to make that 20-0 history? That's the point, isn't it? But
That's the question.
as you say, you will fight anybody then, and anybody anytime. So would you consider fighting a guy who's also from, I think, Los Angeles or somewhere surrounding area up there, who is kind of professional boxer himself now? Like Jake Paul. Would you ever go in a ring with him?
Is he a heavyweight?
I think so. I know he's got some boxing experience now. Anyway, so I know he's got an upcoming fight.
I'll definitely fight him. I don't know if he's a heavyweight though. I think they're like 150, 160 down there somewhere.
Let's
I
have
would
a look.
definitely fight him.
Let's have a look.
They're
I'm just
like,
going to Google it right now as we speak.
those are like little guys, man.
Yeah. He's facing Nate Robinson, I think.
Yeah.
If you,
Those are like those are little guys. Let me see. Actually, you know what? The one you said, I think he might be a little bit bigger than Logan Paul.
okay.
It might be bigger. Let me see.
We're both researching this is live TV, by the way. ladies and gentlemen. You can tell we these questions are off the chart, aren't they? Off the cuff. Yeah. So it's Jake Paul against Nate Robinson. That's who is fighting. He's facing, of course, YouTuber facing an NBA star. So that's something.
He's on like 170.
Are you very happy about these, YouTubers and NBA stars now trying to mix it in the boxing world? Do you think that's a good idea? Do you think there should be more of this, or even vice versa? Should boxers now enter the NBA world or other sports, kind of thing?
I don't have nothing against it. I mean, whatever's bringing viewers to boxing and bringing attention to boxing, I'm with it. I don't feel some type of way about it. I mean, I can understand if they were bringing in guys and it's taking away opportunities or taking away money from guys who've been fighting and training all their life. If that's the sense, then maybe I can understand that. But as far as me, what I got going on, it's not affecting me. And out here with the epidemic going on and pandemic, whatever you want to call it, I mean, it's hard to make a living. So if these guys are able to make a living for themselves and their families, I can't be mad at that. So do what you gotta do to take care of your family.
Exactly.
But some people say it's dangerous. They shouldn't do it before someone gets hurt. But I mean, I don't know. Because if that was to happen, then someone's gonna feel bad and someone's gonna think twice about this stuff. But that's not my. I'm not the one making the call. My opinion on that is not going to change anything. So, I just hope that they got some well-trained, learn how to protect themselves. And, however it goes, they make it out to see their families, So, I don't know. I'm not against it, but, it's the same time. It doesn't affect nothing I have going
on. Yeah, absolutely. And I got to say as well, Mike Tyson is coming out of retirement, isn't he, for his charity match? Would you ever do something like that when you get, past your prime in the future? Would you come out of retirement and do these charity events, or do you think, I've had my day, I'm going to let the next generation get the spotlight and earn it, earn the respect and such, or do you like what Mike Tyson's doing by coming out of retirement, kinda?
Kind of like the same type of answer once again. Whatever he got to do to provide for his family and bring attention to the sport of boxing is always good for boxing, whether it be a basketball player or a wrestler or a football player. But you enter at your own risk. You know what I'm saying? If he feels that, and he can pass the physical and he's sparring and he can take the punches still, then he'd be able to do it. 'Cause I'm sure, your mentals are still there. You're still confident. It's just, can your body keep up with your mentals? So I'm sure he's been training. I'm sure he's sparred and can take the punches. The reflexes are probably still there for him to take this fight. So I'm not against it. He's a legend. So, and then Roy Jones is a legend. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I say, my opinion is not going to stop the fight or keep the fight going.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I just hope everybody stays healthy and able to walk away and shake hands afterwards.
Yeah, I agree with you there. And any predictions of who's going to win between Mike and Rory?
Well, Mike is my all-time favorite. He's always going to be that. But I just think that Roy Jones has been a little bit more active in this last decade. I think he'll have the edge, just on youth and being more active, and I think that he'll win.
In what round? Do you think the first round or?
Nah, I don't think it'll be like a first-round knockout. I think however it go, I don't know if it'll be a knockout or early decision or whatever. I just think Roy Jones will win.
Okay, there we go. No other opinion about how he's going to win, but that's what his opinion is going to be. We will win, but we don't know how. But we have to wait and see what happens.
Well, by them being both on the canvas a few times, you know what I'm saying? By them knowing, what defeat tastes like.
Yes.
And knowing that how these punches can be detrimental to your health at that age, I don't think it's just going to be a brawl like that. I think they're going to be more conservative. And with that being said, I think Roy Jones will have the edge, and I think he'll be able to move around and dodge and be able to see some things coming. But you can't take nothing away from Mike Tyson because they say he's old, but he's not that old.
No, he's not old, is he? He's not old. He's only in his 50s. But some people in other sports, have been going on into their late 50s now, haven't they? So perhaps maybe it's time for boxers to carry on through their 50s if they're able to do so.
He's not that old, so like I say, it should be exciting. We should see how it go.
Yeah, because Mike Tyson is already before that even fight even happened, he's calling out other people now, isn't he, as well, to fight. So it'll be interesting to see. He should get through this fight first before calling out other boxers, because he might not be able to back it up in case he loses. That's all I'm going to say about that. But back to you though as well. Let's talk about your social medias. Of course, you're very, very, very active on Instagram, aren't you? Of course, not so much on Twitter, but you are on Instagram. Of course, your social medias are on the screen. You can see the Christopher Lovejoy on Instagram. You post a lot of things on Instagram, a lot of great things, and answer a lot of people's questions as well. You're very interactive with your audience, with your fans out there. And you can also follow him on Twitter, Lovejoy Boxing as well. On Twitter and Instagram, but a much bigger following on Instagram. Why do you think you've got a bigger following on Instagram than you do on Twitter, do you think?
Twitter was not really big for me. I literally just got on it. Like, if you look on it, I just started tweeting maybe a few months ago.
Okay.
It wasn't really active. I had just changed my name to that. People probably didn't know it was me. So I just got maybe a couple hundred followers on there just from my last fight. I wasn't really active on Twitter at all. Before a few months ago.
That's fair.
Just never really used it. Like I said, I've been really on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I get so busy with Instagram, I forget I even have a Twitter. Twitter
or even a Facebook. You've also got a Facebook page as well, don't you, as well?
Yeah, I don't even use the Facebook. I'm just mainly on Instagram.
Yeah. Well, you're very active on Instagram, and you got a lot of great people who follow you on there, your fan base. And when you were starting to do your win streak, and I bet that got a lot of attention in the boxing world, to look out for this guy. He's going to be the next top guy, next face of boxing. And How did you and Eddie Hearn meet? Did you meet while you were in the UK, or did he fly to America when there was a fight over there and you happened to be there? How did you guys first meet?
I met him a couple times in the United States. The first time I met him, there was a reporter named Eli Seckbeck, a big reporter out here. And we was at a fight at the Zone show. I forgot who was the headline at that show. It was at the Forum, Los Angeles Memorial Forum. And I got in, and I was able to get backstage and get my backstage pass.
Nice.
From me being a boxer and some people I know. And I was able to talk to him. He knew who I was before I talked to him. And Eli Seckbeck, the reporter, shout out Eli, he introduced me to him. And we just talked from there. I think I got a few clips on my Instagram about it, how I was talking. And, I said, just give me the fight, man. Like, I don't need you to sign me. I don't need this. I'm not looking for this big opportunity, no money. Just give me the best you got. And then when I win that fight, we go from there. And, we met up, we talked a few times, and we met up again in Las Vegas. I ran into him again in another gym in Vegas, Las Vegas. He was at a Devin Haney camp. We talked again, and, he gave me some more information, a few more heavyweights that's possible I can fight. We talked a few more times, and then about a year went by, and we didn't really speak. Not that it was my choice, or who knows, he just had a lot going on, I had a lot going on, and we talked again. About a month ago.
Yeah.
Almost a month ago now.
Wow.
And like I say, it all built up to our relationship of me being a good guy, a humble guy, undefeated, good looking, and I believe I can sell a fight, and I believe I can beat anybody in the world. So with that being said, it was a perfect opportunity for the Dave Allen opponent, for him to call my bluff, because I've been on standby for so long. Well, okay, this is your opportunity. You want this fight? Come on. I got you. Let's do it. And I showed up. It's just that, I had an old contract with Don King. I thought it was done because I thought the contract was breached. It was a simple letter I could have sent out to get the contract null and void. I didn't do that because I thought it was breached. I didn't know I was supposed to do that. But anyway, technically I was still in the contract. I didn't know that. And, he stopped the fight saying I'm still on the contract with him.
Well, that's good.
So when I got back, I was able to resolve the situation, and now we're going to start over. So
nice.
As far as me and Eddie Hearn go, we're good. We still talk. Talked to him a few more times this last week, and we're working.
Good, and it's good to see you two are tight, as they say on the streets of wherever they say nowadays. But yeah, he's a busy man. Mr. Eddie Hearn in the last year. He's booked thousands of matches in the last year from professional boxers to YouTubers. You name it, he's the man behind all these crazy ideas.
He's the best in the business right now, and I just want to thank him and give him a shout out. For even giving me the opportunity. There's thousands of boxers out here in the world. A lot of them. And for him to even take, his time to give me an opportunity to fight on that big of a stage, I'm indebted to that man for life. I love that man, and I own him for life. I own whatever. So I'm willing to do, whatever. I'll make sure I stay drug free. I stay ready. I stay healthy. I stay out of trouble. I stay in the gym and stay ready. So when he called me, I'm ready. Yeah.
Now, if you do fight in the next few months, and fans are not able to be there to witness you win your 20th knockout, how will you celebrate that victory without anybody in the arena as well?
Through the social media, YouTube and Instagram and stuff like that, I'll be able to celebrate, with my family and my close people who will be around me. But, the world will see it.
They will see it, but it's not the same though, is it? Having the war of the audience right behind you, cheering your name, cheering you, and with beers and alcoholic drinks going in the air of your victory. It's not the same without that.
It's not the same at all. But hopefully we get through this thing soon, and we can get back to having the football. But actually, in the U.S. here,
go on,
they have fans.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, like the Gervonta Davis show, they have fans. Some states, like in Florida, they have fans. Yeah. So they have fans.
It's great, isn't it?
Maybe not in the UK yet.
No, not in the UK. We're more cautious over here in the UK, you see. We're not as risky as other places. We're just cautious. But apparently, according to what I've read today, sports fans can return to outdoor events starting from December 2nd. So If that is a true story, then that's great for us because we can finally have sports back and feel that atmosphere again for sports people like football and boxing and such like that. If they decide to do an outdoor show.
Okay. Oh, that's good. That's good. Outdoor events. That's good.
Yeah. First time since March that would be. And of course, we had some trials, but they had to stop because of the second lockdown we had. Even though it wasn't really a lockdown, because there were still people going to work and such, and just non-essential shops had to shut. That was it basically. But everything else was pretty much the same. But not everyone had to stay at home, kind of thing. But I know in Los Angeles it's been pretty bad where you are, hasn't it? With lockdown and such, and wearing masks every time you go out your house now and such, and then that video came out about your governor.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad as it was. You see, I don't have a mask on. A lot of people do, but it's just so many people here. Like the population in California, where I'm at, is 40 million people just in California. Wow. So it's a lot of people.
Yeah, you're in the celebs area. You're in the best area to meet all your favorite celebs.
Yeah, like right now I'm in Westwood. I'm like maybe 3 miles away from Hollywood, in West Hollywood, where all the celebrities are. So I'm just like right here in the mix of everything. Yeah. That's where I'm at right now. So
that's cool.
Like I said, everyone's here. Everyone's trying to work together till we get through it. The fortunate thing about being in Southern California, the weather's pretty good, and I've heard that a lot of vitamin D and the sunlight kind of fights off the COVID-19 thing. So, we have a slight bit of advantage just based on our climate here. So,
yeah. Well, I do hope that things get better because we got some good news coming out now about a vaccine hopefully soon. So, hopefully we can get things back to normal by 2021 because the last time I promoted something here on this show was way back, I believe, back in February. I think I mentioned maybe even early March, but that's about it. After then, I couldn't promote nothing because everyone's got cancelled, hasn't it, really? But I can say for one thing, we got some great events coming up, and we look forward to having your next fight. And again, when it's announced, I hope we can have you back on to talk about your next opponent and what they can expect from you in the hype to that match, whenever it will be, if you're able to spare was like half an hour or something of your time on that week.
Yeah. Whenever we can do it, man. Like I said, I'm locked in, man. I support who supports me. So you reached out to me, and I'm here for you. You're here for me. So this actually helps me too. A lot of people think that you're taking my time, and but this helps me too. As long as I can get my voice heard and people can find out who I am, through different outlets. I'm okay with that because I am my own promoter.
Yeah.
So. This is self-promotion. Everything you've heard about me, there's been nothing behind me to do it. I've done a lot with the weekend promotion I had with MatchRoom Boxing, but before that, it's just been all me. So this helps me too.
Yeah, absolutely, and you've done a very good job of the way you've promoted yourself and before you, of course, joined forces with MatchRoom Boxing to help you even more grow even more. But you've done a very good job for yourself so far, and we can't wait to see what happens for you in 2021 as well. Can't remember saying that already because it's November now, isn't it? So it's going very fast this year. But are you involved with any other projects, outside of boxing when you're not preparing for fights? Are you doing any other projects, maybe?
No, right now I'm just focused on boxing. At this point, I'm all in. I've always said I'm all in, but now I'm really going to be all in because now, the eyes on me now. So I got to go really, really get in tip-top shape. I got to really go make it happen and put the work in. So I don't really have time to go work little jobs and do other things. And there is no plan B. This is it right here. So I got opportunity to fight for the world championship. I'm 1 or 2 fights away from doing that. And a lot of people don't get a chance to live and say they've done that. So I'm here. I didn't think I would be here when I joined boxing, but I'm here. So I'm here for a reason, and I'm still undefeated. I'm still healthy, and, everything's still going. So I still got action. So I got to take advantage of this opportunity,
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm all in.
Absolutely you do. Now, of course, when I reached out to you, I mentioned that I had on a boxer called Otto Wallin. He's from Sweden. He's a New Yorker. He lives in New York now. He's a great fight. He faced Tyson Fury last year. and many people said that he put on a good clinic, one of the best matches Tyson Fury's ever been in. Could we ever see you against Otto Wallin anytime soon, maybe in the future?
That'd be a good fight for me. It'd be a good fight for him as well. I'm open to it. I know his promoter, Dimitri Shalita. He has my number. I have his number.
Interesting.
I might have to send over him my release as well.
Yes.
Last time we spoke, he told me to send over a release. I didn't have it yet, so that's a potential fight. I actually forgot about him.
Well, I'm glad I'm reminded now. There you go. Possible match, and it happens. You can thank me, but I'm just in. There we go. Yes, get in. There we go.
I like Otto. That's a good fight. So
yeah, I just thought he put in a great fight for Tyson Fury, and apparently I'm going to say apparently it was one of the best fights Tyson was ever in, because he was.
Was that Otto's last fight?
It was, yes. So it was the last fight of the year. I know when I spoke to him, he said he was currently in training for his next fight, which happened, I think, in October. So, because he was training for he just had another boxing match when I spoke to him. So it was his first boxing match since Tyson, which was back just over a year ago. So he has fought once this year so far, but he's hoping to fight more in the future. Because he had to take a year off due to injury, I think, after that.
Okay. But yeah, that's a potential fight. I probably should have put him on my 2021 hit list.
Yes, you should. Yes, you should. That'd be an excellent match. Imagine that. Any card you want to put that in the main event, it would be a great main event match, I think.
Well, I'm going to be a good main event anyway. I got the whole boxing world intrigued right now.
Yeah.
So, wherever I go, they're going to tune in, whether they want to see me get beat up or they want to see me fight or they want to see me beat somebody else.
Well, I don't think you get beat up by be realistically here. You've won 19, knockout wins.
I'm not going to get beat up. That's not even an option. I'm just saying some people might want to be that, because some people say I'm a loud mouth. Some people think I'm nice. Some people think I'm a funny guy. Regardless,
Well, some people think you're controversial as well. That's what the internet says. You're controversial.
Yeah. I mean, because I'm just me. I don't have nothing over me to stop me from saying or doing how I feel. I just speak my mind. It is what it is. I'm real like that. So, it is what it is. You know what I mean? I have boundaries. So I have morals. But at the same time, I speak my mind. A lot of these people are like, don't want to impress this person, or they want to impress this person, or they don't want to disappoint these type of people. It is what it is with me. You're going to get what you're going to get. And I'm not like a dislikable person who offends people. So that's another reason why I can kind of say what I want to say, because truly, honestly, deep down in my body, my soul, I'm a nice, genuine, nice person. So I'm not like a person who's disrespectful. People give me bad stuff all the time on the internet, and I laugh it off, talk to them, talk right back to them. I don't take it to heart. So, I'm genuinely a good guy, man.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure by appearing on this show, people will see that as well, so they can relate to. So I think this tough guy who's got almost 20 knockout wins isn't that badass inside and outside of the ring, kind of thing. And I'm sure they will see your real side.
And that's what it is. I'm definitely a tough guy. I'm just a smart guy.
Yeah.
And I'm also a nice guy. I could be considered like a teddy bear loving type person. My history, I've been through the ringer. Like, I've done a whole lot of things. I've done bad things, what I'm saying? But I've changed my life around. So, I think I've seen it all, done it all. You know what I mean? So I can kind of relate to a lot of different walks of life with different people from different walks of life. So that's kind of like a good thing too, that a lot of people can relate to my struggle and things I've been through, things I'm doing now.
Yeah, I agree with you. What's this? Now let's talk about this, because this is I want to hopefully relate people who watch this to you. So when you want to relax time, when you start to relax once you had your fight and you start to relax down before you prepare for your next fight, how do you relax? Do you play video games? Do you just watch some TV? How do you relax after a fight?
Man, you know what? I'm always relaxed. I'm always the same energy. I never get too high or too low. I'm just me. Like I said, I don't really have any worries. I don't stress out. Things out of my control, I don't worry about. I believe in God. My Lord and Savior Jesus Christ keeps me calm. So I'm high on what the term they say is, I'm high on Jesus. You know what I mean? So I'm always high. I'm always in the same state of mind. I rarely get shook. You know what I'm saying, about things. So I'm always, like I say, we could be in a fight. I could be smiling. You know what I'm saying? Or something tragic can happen. And I won't be laughing at the thing that happens tragically. I'll be smiling because, end of the day, I'm safe out of it. And it is what it is. So, I'm always just at one point. You can't really get under my skin because I done seen so much and been through so much. Like, I'm always calm. I'm always ready. You know what I mean? I don't really have to get riled up or pumped up. But if I do get riled up or pumped up, it's amazing. It's a great thing, but I don't really have to.
Yeah. Well, we see that all the time. But I mean, you must have like something else to do when not just boxing 24/7. You must do other things as well.
I do other things. I thought you were saying, what do I do specifically to get ready for a fight and relax? Well, like I said,
No. I mean, like once you had your big fight, before you start to prepare for your next challenge, do you just watch? Do you play games? Do you watch TV? Like, do you read a book? What do you do in like your downtime?
Man, I'm so busy just with, I'm a single father. I take care of my daughter by myself between workouts and making sure she's okay and doing meetings and interviews like this and going to the gym. I like outdoor activities. I like riding my bike outside,
Nice.
running, jogging, just outdoor stuff. You know what I mean? Seeing my family.
So keep it very active.
I really, and then answer my questions and stuff on Instagram and, stay in tune to what's going on. I might watch a little bit of film. I'm always active. I'm always moving around. When I got really stagnant is when I went to London and I was in the hotel able to really give the people whatever questions or whatever feedback they wanted because I was able to just sit there and just focus on that. So, but besides that, I'm just always doing something. So whatever pops in my lap, I'm on top of it. I'm a hustler. So whatever I can do,
you hustle it.
Yeah.
Whatever you can do, you will hustle it, and that leads into this as well because a lot of great people in the boxing world, and we're always looking for recommendations of who to bring on the show next to see what they have to say. Any trash talking, if you want to trash talk next or whatever. Would you have any recommendations of who I should bring on the show after you to follow you on this show?
A fighter or just anyone?
Anybody. It could be a fighter. It could be anybody at all.
Well, it's a lot of people. Try to get Big Baby Miller on here. That's why I want to fight.
Okay. I'll have to reach out to him and see if he'd be interested to be on the show. And if he does, I will make sure to tell him that you're interested in fighting him.
Yeah. Make sure you let him know that I recommend he come on this show.
Yes.
And I believe he's available to fight this spring. Let's get it on.
Let's get it on. Yeah, let's get on. Yeah, let's do it. Let's book it today. Let's get. You should ring Eddie Hearn or somebody else to book it.
Well, yeah. Eddie Hearn will definitely be the one to make it happen.
Yeah. One thing. One thing for sure. There's a lot of memes on the internet. I'm sure you know this of Eddie Hearn. I've shared a lot of memes to my friends of funny things above Eddie Hearn's face. It's hilarious. I don't know how he's going to all his memes, but he's probably one of the most famous people in the world. He's I'm glad you got his number. So that's the main thing, isn't it? You can just if you wanted to book down him or prank him or whatever. I know he does a lot of pranking, doesn't he? Does Eddie Hearn?
Yeah. He's actually cool, and he's actually kind of like exactly what you would think he is online. He's really himself. Like some people, you meet him, oh man, he's totally different when you meet him, or he's not like that. No, he's actually just a cool, approachable guy. What I mean? And he's actually cool, funny guy, nice guy. Straight businessman. Straight to the point. So with a little bit of joking here and there in between. So it's cool.
Yeah, I don't think you'll come on this show because. We asked a lot of direct questions, and I think you try and avoid them, I think. So I don't think he will come on this show.
Oh, he would avoid them? Well, see me, you don't have to brief me on the questions. I'm an answer. I'm not gonna feel uncomfortable if I don't want to answer. I won't answer it.
Yeah.
Certain people like that who are like on the top level, you probably got to send them what type of questions, you're going to be asking, and then for them to even have a meeting with you. I don't know. He probably has a lot going on.
He
I don't
does.
think he would even have time to do stuff like this. But
too busy. He's
a
too
lot
busy
of people
booking
don't.
matches and booking venues and booking all sorts of creative things.
Yeah. A lot of celebrities like that. You gotta get in. But like I said, me, I'm still available to the people.
You are
This is my
indeed.
promotion.
You are indeed. You're still available to the people, and that's what the people like. If they see you're approachable and are able to interact with them and not too big, and not too busy, then they like you even more, and that's why a lot of people like you as well.
Yeah. So we're good.
Indeed, and you can also again follow my guest Christopher Lovejoy on social media. Make sure you follow him on Instagram, Christopher OneShot Lovejoy on Instagram. Follow him up there. Share him to your boxing friends, or even people who are not even boxing fans. So tell him that he is 19-0 and ready and waiting for his 20th knockout whenever it will happen, hopefully before the end of the year maybe. And make sure you follow him on Twitter as well. You can see it on your screen now, Lovejoy Boxing as well. Help him to grow on Twitter as well, even though he's not as active on there, but you never know. It might this time next year he could have 50.
I'm pretty active on there. I'm just more active on Instagram.
Yeah, but anyway, help him on both. Help him grow on both platforms. He's already got a great following on Instagram already. Hopefully, maybe by the end of the year, he can get to 40,000 Instagram followers. Imagine those crazy people messaging you and asking you questions about this and that and whatever else. And it'd be interesting to see. But there you go. It's been a pleasure having you on the show tonight. I am so happy that you responded back. There's not many people respond back. Maybe it's because they want to know the questions. Maybe I have no idea, but at least you responded back. Because this show is no nonsense. We don't prepare questions on days before. We do it on the day of the show. So
I'm available to the people, man. I'm the people's champ, man. We ready to bring back some of this. Some of these leather goods, these belts, to the people. So,
the
see y'all soon,
people's champ. The people's champ. I like that. Even though it's kinda got to be a bit risky there. You might have got me into a bit of a lawsuit there with Dwayne The Rock Johnson, because he liked to use that word a lot as well.
Yeah, he do, and I like him too. He's cool.
Yes. Well, I do hope you get to meet the Dwayne The Rock Johnson one day. Once he learns that you are 50-0 in knockouts when you get there.
Definitely.
Because it'd be a good confrontation. But I'll let you get into the gym for you to start your spar and get prepared for your training camp. So I really appreciate that, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your afternoon in Los Angeles, or afternoon. I mean, still is it still morning there? Is it? It's 10:53 in real time. Yeah, so late morning there. So my apologies. Enjoy the rest of your morning. Just say it's afternoon over here.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Thanks for having me. We'll talk soon.
Yes, we will, and I will share you a clip of this show as well on your on social media. I've also sent you a DM on Instagram with the YouTube link, so you can always check it out or share it if you want to on your end to show more of your real side to your fans.
All right, let's do it. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Once I get it.
Well, we appreciate it again here on the Edward Fowler Show, and I will definitely get in contact with the guy you mentioned about how much you want to fight him, and we'll hopefully maybe make that happen. Fingers crossed we can make it happen and bring him on the show, because the more boxers we can get on the Edward Fowler Show, is better content and better viewership for everybody, because they can get their point of view across and see what they have to say about a certain individual as well. So it's all good, and it's all good to hype up their big match feel. And that's what I do. Big match feel. Always here on the Edward Fowler Show. So thank you again.
All right, man. Thank you. See you soon.
See you soon. Bye for now.
Okay. Bye.
So that was Christopher Lovejoy here on the Edward Fowler Show on this lovely Monday evening. And just before we go end this episode, I want to say thank you to everyone who stayed on in touch with the Edward Fowler Show while I had another one of those bizarre months off again. Of course, the last time we were on the air, we were in October. We're now in November, the 23rd of November, 2020. So thank you for tuning in. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it will be another long break before you see me back here on YouTube. It's not because I've taken the whole month off because I had nothing else better to do. It's because the people I want to bring on the show don't respond, and that's not my fault. You know, I don't have anything against people. It's because they don't want to appear on the very best show. They don't want to get the direct questions, the unpredictable questions, you know. Not my problem. But again, I don't know how true this is going to be, but we are hoping, very, very hoping, we bring on some more great people on. I don't know when. I hope before the end of 2020. But we had a great year here on the Edward Fowler Show about all the craziness of the unpredictable year it's been with lockdowns and all sorts. We've kept you entertained every single week from January all the way through to August continuously, have to say, with a show every single week. And then we had one show in October and another one today. But again, we thank you very much for tuning in. We hope you will stick around and stay with us while we hopefully grow this channel, because we got our fantastic end of year video coming up in December, if we look back on the year of 2020 on the Edward Fowler Show, some of the greatest interviews we did, some of our most not so good interviews of the year, and even some bloopers, because we all love bloopers, don't we? And you get the best bloopers only on this show, on the Edward Fowler Show, because again, it's 100% live. What other shows you get live on the air on YouTube, where you can actually ask questions to the person without them even knowing it's even going to come? You know, what's better than that? Only on the Edward Fowler Show, where we try and bring you your questions, your insights, all of that good stuff. But yes, if you're new around here and you enjoyed that video, make sure to leave a comment in the description below, because we love your feedback. We want to know what you thought about it. Was the questions I thought maybe a bit mean, or maybe not the best ones to ask? What question did you want to ask? Leave them in the comment section below, because I just heard Christopher Wallen will be coming back on the show again at some point soon, and that's going to be great. We look forward to bringing him back on the show at some point soon. Now, of course, throughout the years of the Edward Fowler Show, I've said, everybody, will you come back on the show? And they always say yes. And have I actually brought back any of these people? No, I have not, have I? So I am saving them from coming back onto the show, but they will come back on the show. But the question will be, when will they come back on the show? That's the big question. When? And you have to wait and see. You have to tune in every week. You have to tune in every time I post something. You have to tune in to find out, is it one of those old guests, or is it another brand new person? Because we like to bring on new and interesting people. We want to bring them fresh every single week, or even if I could, daily. Imagine a daily show of me every day. That would be awesome. But unfortunately, once again, I can't do that because I don't have enough people to come on the show, because that's the most challenging bit of this show. But we thank you everyone who's tuned in, though. And make sure you like the video if you enjoyed it. Make sure to share the video around to all your boxing or regular fans, and tell them about Christopher Lovejoy. Tell them that he is almost 20-0 and 14th in rank, by the way, in the world. So make sure you do that. Tell them to check it out as well. Tell them to check it out, and tell them to follow him on Instagram and Twitter. Help him grow, and let's see what happens in 2021 for Christopher Lovejoy. We'll be keeping watch as always here on the Edward Fowler Show. And if you're new around here, make sure you do subscribe. But don't just subscribe for like 1 day or 1 month, because I'm not uploaded for ages. Because be patient. I will be back. I don't know when, but as soon as I find out when, we will announce it on my social media, or even maybe on a website. So stay tuned for that news soon on my social medias when we launch our new and exciting website where you can find all news and all gossip and all interesting stuff to do with this show and myself as well. Should be interesting. My team is working on it as we speak. Should be ready soon. But from all of us here from the Edward Fowler Show studios in good old Manchester, have a great night, and I hope it won't be too long again before our next guest will appear on the show. And I do hope we can bring on some fantastic superstars and some maybe even some more celebs, because that'd be great. Real celebs on this show, because we get to see the real them outside their comfort zone, which we like here on the Fowler Show. But from all of us right now, though, goodbye.